am Kenny James Tabernero.
I am Jay Espanyol.
In this video presentation, we prepare to choose marijuana.
To discuss its origin, scientific name, and etc. Cannabis sativa, also known as marijuana plant. The Cabanis or hemp plant originally involved in Central Asia before the people introduced the plant into Africa, Europe, and eventually the Americans. Hemp fiber was used to make clothing, paper, sails, and rope, and its seeds were used as food. A 2016 study by the other scientists said that the earliest records for cannabis were most from China and Japan, but most botanists believe that it was probably first domesticated in the eastern part of the Central Asia, where wild varieties of the plants are widespread. The main active ingredients in marijuana is THC, short for delta-9 tetrahydrocannabinol. Marijuana is often referred through various street names with weed, a pot being the most common. Aside from those two names, there are multiple other slang terms that it goes by, such as Mary Jane, bud, herb, chronic, grass, dope, hash, trees, and lazy hemp. Natural drugs are made from compounds from in nature. The most relevant nature drug sources are plants. This includes natural plant leaves, flowering caps, ricin, honeysh, opium, and marijuana. Here are symptoms you may experience if you overdose on weed: high levels of anxiety, panic attack, rapid heart rate, difficulty of conversing, poor coordination, high or low blood pressure, nausea, and vomiting, extreme confusion and memory problems, paranoia, hallucinations. Signs someone is high. Physical signs of marijuana used to include red eyes, poor muscle coordination, delayed reaction times, and increased appetite. A sudden shift in mood from the tense of relax would indicate marijuana use, as could abrupt symptoms of anxiety, panic, and or hallucination. Marijuana also has distinctive smell, sometimes described as skunk-like. Catching a whiff on this scent on person's clothing or hair could also be a sign that the person has used the drugs recently. At home, at work, or in other places where society is the norm, individuals who are high on marijuana say something to go unnoticed. Often people who notice a change in someone may second guess their initial perception. From this process, the doubting people may attribute the concerning behavior of fatigue, illness, or even just of mood, THC, or the other chemicals in the plant, pass from the lungs into the bloodstream, which rapidly carries them throughout the body to the brain. The person begins to experience effects almost immediately. Many people experience a pleasant euphoria and senses of relaxation. Other common effects, which may vary dramatically among different people, introduce highlighted sensory perception. Example: brighter colors, louder, altered perception of time, and increased appetite. If marijuana is consumed in foods or beverages, these effects are somewhat delayed, usually appearing after 30 minutes to 1 hour. Because the drug must first pass through the digestive system, eating or drinking marijuana delivers significantly less THC into the bloodstream than smoking an equivalent amount of the plant. Because of the delayed effects, people may inadvertently consume more THC than they intend to.
Recent experience with marijuana are by no means universal. Instead of relaxation and euphoria, some people experience anxiety, fear, distrust, or panic. These effects are more common when a person takes too much. The marijuana has an unexpectedly high potency, or the person is inexperienced. People who have taken large dosage of marijuana may experience an acute psychosis, which includes hallucinations, delusions, and loss of the sense of personal identity. These are pleasant but temporary. Temporary reactions are distinct from the longer-lasting psychotic disorders, such as schizophrenia, that may be associated with the use of marijuana in vulnerable individuals. Low detectable amounts of THC may remain in the body for days or even weeks after use. The noticeable effects of smoked marijuana generally last from 1 to 3 hours, and those of marijuana consumed in a food or drink may last for many hours. According to market research by multi-state dispensary chain Verilife, Gen Z and millennials are more likely to seek out medical marijuana for chronic pain. We would include anxiety here through the research of categories that under recreation use. Prison rate, an estimated 40,000 people today are incarcerated for marijuana offenses, even as the overall cannabis industry is booming. The highest rate of imprisonment is in the United States. As of July 2021, the United States had the higher number of incarcerated individuals worldwide, with almost 2.1 million people in prison. The US was followed by China, Brazil, India, and the Russia Federation. The nation's incarceration rate peaked at 1,000 inmates per 100,000 adults during the 3 years period between 2006 and 2008. It was declined steadily since then. At the end of the 2019 was the same level as in 1995, 810 inmates per 100,000 adults. August 16, 2021. The cultivation and use of cannabis in the Philippines is illegal under Republic Act 9165 or the Comprehensive Dangerous Drug Act of 2002, as the Philippines is the signatory to the nation's single convention on narcotic drug. Cannabis is classified as scheduled drug, which limits its use to medical and scientific purposes. Marijuana is the second most used drug in the Philippines after shabu. Shabu is methamphetamine, and almost cultivation in the country is for local consumption. Cannabis is cultivated mostly in the mountainous region of Luzon and Mindanao. Cannabis has been illegal in the Philippines since 1972 by the virtue of Republic Act No. 6425 or the Dangerous Drug Act of 1972. RA 6425 classified marijuana as a prohibited drug and detailed out punishments for the important sale. Out punishments for the importation, sale, manufacture, cultivation, possession, and use of drug, as well as possessions of any drug-related paraphernalia. RA 6425 also created the Dangerous Drug Board, giving it jurisdiction over drug-related cases. In 2002, the Comprehensive Dangerous Drug Act of 2002 was signed, repealing RA 6425. RA 9165 also enabled in the creation of Philippine Drug Enforcement Agency, which handled the implementation and enforcement of the policies and strategies made by the Dangerous Drug Board. Under the current law, the importation, sale, maintenance, abandon, drive, or resort, manufacture, use, and cultivation of marijuana and marijuana-related products shall be met with a life imprisonment and a fine. Cannabis remains widely illegal, including medical use. Individuals with serious or terminal illness may apply for a special permit from Food and Drugs Authority for drugs unregistered in the Philippines, including those containing cannabis. Since issuance of permit began in the 1992, only one application has been filed to seek consent to use cannabis oil as of December 2018. To answer your question on penalty, the impossible penalty for violation of Section 11 is imprisonment of 12 years and 1 day to 20 years and a fine ranging from 20,000 to 400,000. 142,000 held in the Philippines jails. Dealt for 20,000 as the 30th drug war intensifies. About 30% of current population consists of convicted drug offenders. Dangerous Drug Board or DDB mandated to be the policy making and coordinating agency as well as the National Clearinghouse on all matters pertaining to law enforcement and control the dangerous drug treatment and rehabilitation of drug departments, drug abuse prevention, training and information, research and statistics on the drug problem, and the training of the personnel engaged in these activities. At all time, Public Act 6425, also known as Dangerous Drug Act of 1972, was approved on March 30, 1972. There are 20,000 drug users and marijuana is the most preferred illegal drug among users in the country. The board was established on November 14, 1972 under office of the President after the proclamation of martial law in the country by then President Ferdinand Marcos.